Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Contest of Speed. It is the last week this week, so it's very exciting because the season will be coming to a close. EU4 this evening, we are at Brazil, and there's no Danny because somehow he's managed to get a gig in the car. But I've got a person worthy enough to replace him. I'd say more than worthy. I've got Thomas alongside me.
Oh yeah, hello everyone, good evening.
How are we?
We're good. If you haven't had enough Brazil already, you're good for cause because you will get 4 days in a row with Brazil action. So yeah, grab yourself a snack, something to drink and enjoy.
It's like we've planned it. No, it was just coincidence. We had nothing to do with it. We thought, oh yeah, Brazil will be a good finale. Although I do think, Thomas, Brazil should be the finale and not Abu Dhabi.
I definitely agree. As soon as I hear Brazil and finale in one sentence, we all know about what race I think about, what we all think about. And like, Abu Dhabi can't beat that. Although I was very happy last season with the outcome of Abu Dhabi, I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah.
But this track just brings so much more than Abu Dhabi. It's brilliant. I love this track.
Fun enough, I wasn't, but that's one Dutchie, one Brit. Who would have thought, eh? And they came to blows yesterday as well. It was fantastic. Drama alert central, wasn't it?
Nostalgia. It was like going back a year.
It was, apart from it didn't mean anything.
No.
Well,
like they pretty much avoided each other the whole year, apart from like 1 or 2 occasions where for either of them it was like a really easy overtake, so there wasn't even like a battle. And now the first time they really got into a fight, it ends up in drama. It's like,
yeah, not ideal. 12 drivers this evening, Thomas. We've just managed to scrape through to get a race together, which is, as we discussed, a sad thing. But there's enough talent in this grid to make it a very interesting race, I feel.
yeah, and there is like enough to race on, because if 2 people retire, then the only thing that you do is keep on track and you have 4 points. How fantastic is that? It's easy as that. So just keep it on the black/grey stuff, and you should be able to get some points for yourself the last month of season 10. But yeah, for the people watching right now, they're thinking like, oh no, what is happening with Cosmo? Don't worry, we're going to be back next season with hopefully full grids, but I'm sure we will get enough done in the break to make it happen and provide a good racing environment for the people who want to. And yeah, it should be getting a lot better next year.
Yeah, it's something we've seen across the board, really. I think you've seen it in many leagues. The fact we've got 4 tiers in the first place, Thomas, on the EU side alone, is just a luxury. I think that's it's a solid job. But yeah, as we said, we've got a few weeks between the end of this season and starting in the new year to get things sorted out. Also gives us some time to sort of wind down a little bit. It's been a project for a lot of us for the last 3 or 4 years. So mentally, it does take its toll a little bit. Just a rundown. So the part of the reason why I wanted to get this race on tonight, Thomas, is for the likes of Mike, J Ray, Red Mars, Timman, Tebow, would be Mac as well. Those guys have been pretty much racing every single race. There's a couple of others that missed a couple that can't be here this evening. Mac's not here. Unfortunately, got another one that's done pretty much every single round so far this season, just to give them the final race they all deserve.
I was on board with Jay, and I think he lost it where Latifi lost it.
He has.
In real life. It was like a little bit too happy coming out of the lost it into the road. that's not the start of qualifying Jay probably would have hoped for. And I assume he's going to come into the pits, put on a new fresh set of soft tires, and then go again. And that's exactly what he is going to do.
Yeah, he will. Also, the other thing that's been added recently, which is I don't think makes much difference because you kind of get to choose your tyres anyway, is tyre selection has been available for the last week or the last race or so.
Yeah.
I've had no influence on it whatsoever. I've just gone, yep, that's cool. I'll just go balanced. Don't really care. Everyone qualifies on softs. There's no real advantage to.
True. Yeah, but it's like still what I really noticed is that as soon as but that was like 200 years ago when I played this game. When I went out on mediums, it like improved my time on the softs because like you've got instantly more grip going for the softs on your second or third run. So it helped me to get a quicker lap time on the softs. I think if I'm going to do 3 laps on softs, they will be slower than when I'm doing 1 lap on the mediums and 2 laps on the softs. So I think in that case it can help some people, but I'm just weird at qualifying, so that can also explain a lot. Yeah, well, we see it now with Storms. He tried to put in a competitive lap on the medium, 110.1. I don't know what the difference is between the soft and the medium. I don't know how huge it is. In real life it wasn't that huge, but I assume in the game it's a little bit more than that.
Round here, it's usually historically it's not been that much. It's been 3 or 4 temps, so it should be very interesting. Storms is one of, in fact. Well, Storms is making his first appearance this season, Thomas. He's only recently joined, but someone who's probably going to be around next season, which will be very, very good. There'll still be events coming on throughout the off-season. Deathstorm setting up an F2 kind of league, which should be... well, I think it would be very exciting to see that actually happen and work. We have tried F2 events in the past, but an F2 league would be very nice indeed.
Pharrell just putting a full position lap so far in this session, 108.5 together with Mike. Both on the 108.5, and we've got 2 people on the 108.6, which are Cornish and Mask, and Valentine is now currently trying to improve his 108.8. Can he maybe snatch pole position? Let's see, lap data is on now. No, he backed out. So is he going to go again? Or is he going to come into the pitch, put on a new set of tires and then goes again? Let's see, he's on 50% ERS and he's not getting a good exit, so I assume he's gonna come back into the pits.
Cornish was spun turn 1. Spud is off the track again. This is really filling us full of confidence, lads. Of making sure everyone gets it to the dry stage of the race. Sorry, did I just let out a spoiler? Oh well. It's going to be a wet start. Rain round Brazil, who would have thought, eh? Flashbacks to 2008 all over again.
Is he pushing?
He's spun out of the centre, I think.
Okay. That's in the
pits. Titch goes to the front. A man that doesn't play the game anymore, not much practice, and says he will reserve an EU4 just for the hell of it. And he has managed to do so. And Joe put in a 189, so it should be very tight qualifying round here. I think we're going to see that later on in the week when we see the likes of EU1 and EU2. It's a short circuit, and you can probably get one of the only tracks where you can probably get 4 runs. I think you can get round here.
I just wanted to say, I think you can get 4 runs in if you make no mistakes and like spend as less time in the pits as possible.
We've got 4 sets of soft tyres, so it would make sense if they could all Who is on a lap? I'm looking for probably Mike. Mike is just about to finish his lap and goes pole by some distance actually.
That's a lot around this, right?
That's a quarter of a second. Literally only just saw him come up to the line, which is unfortunate, but that's timing.
Mantis is definitely not going to improve. Yeah, he noticed it himself.
Oh, Mike spun it into the wall.
Right into the wall, and Mantis almost lost his right front tire by going into the pits, but it's all good. Let's see what Dan is going to do. I expect him to put it on pole position. I don't expect anything else.
No pressure. Somehow managed to wrangle his way into a seat this afternoon, Thomas, and you're in the commentary box with me. Shambles.
No one knows how he did it. You will be hearing his voice though on Thursday. He will be joining Lewis.
Oh,
Swap places.
For an EU1 finale, lovely. Looking forward. Tin Man is on the charge, Thomas. 8 tenths up on his time already. So at the moment, he's going to put himself around the 108.5 marker. As he goes towards the line. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm just good sometimes, aren't I? 108.499. I said 108.5. 1,000th. Who else? It will be on a
coming towards the line. Only one place improvement. He improved by 9 tenths, but it was so far off that it's not giving him that many positions. P10 so far. I don't think Dan will be happy with that one.
No. Twitch Storms is on the charge, doing his first soft run. Also 8 tenths up. So he's going to be in the low 109.1s, I reckon. Oh. 2 from 2. Next one, please.
We've got Jay. Or is he starting now?
Jay is about to start a lap then, right. I'm trying to think who I want to go on board for a final run lap with. That'd be fantastic. J-Ray picked up a victory this season, Thomas, but I would say his consistency is lacking. I'll give you some rundown. The man has won 1 race. He's been in the points for another 6 races, but his only other highest finish is 6th.
Yeah, like I'm going to be brutally honest here. I'm
you
not
don't watch
following. I'm not like following all the other tiers, but from what I noticed is that no, but like the people in the lower tiers, they are like their pace is not like it's not that because they're in tier 4 their pace is improved. It's just the consistency that's key of them not being in the higher tier. And what you said with Jay, as he is coming across the line now, 108.5, so close to taking the P4. But like you said with Jay, like he's got the pace because he's won a race, so that shows that he's quick enough to compete in this tier. But if he was just that little bit more consistent, then maybe he would have got more podium place. And that's where you take that extra step by going into EU3. Then it shows that you were consistent enough to be at the top of EU4, and now you need to keep that consistency but improve pace wise. That's what you got to do for every single tier. You can't get away with having really good pace and being consistent, but it's also the other way around. That's what the people in these kind of tiers, tier 4 and tier 3 are learning, and you can see them developing through tier 2 and tier 1. And that's where I love being a tier 3 commentator, but now being in tier 1, you can actually see a couple of people where you're commentating on for tier 3 doing a really good job, and it's really good to see.
I was going to say, a man of your kind of experience, I know you don't race as much anymore. I was going to ask you, but you've already answered it very well. What makes the difference? I think you've hit the nail on the head, really. Is that just that, not just necessarily the outright pace, but more the consistency of the individual when it comes to the race pace?
Yeah, I think like with Troy, the A1 champion for this season, he showed exactly what you need to be a champion. Like, he had the pace, yes, but also the races where he either got in caught up in an incident or where he wasn't just that quick as usual. He just kept on getting good results, at least a top 5, if not a podium finish. Here comes Mike, and he's going even quicker, 1.5 tenths. But yeah, just because like when he's had a bad race or just not as good as we normally see from him, but still finishing that high up made him becoming a champion. Because you saw Fruitful and Vaporizer, when they had a bad race, they really had a bad race. And that's why they are P2 and P3 in the championship. So yeah, just the advice for these guys, but also the guys on tier 3 and tier 2, just like get your consistency up and focus on pace afterwards. That's key.
Yes, I was going to say to you, that's the thing that shocks me. You look at like the Fruit and Vaporizer, how quick they, especially Vaporizer, how quick he has been in certain stages this season. But yeah, he's going to finish more than 100 points off the champion, which is
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, because he had like 3 or 4 qualifying sessions where he was almost half a second quicker than Troy and Fruitful. Being half a second quicker than those guys, it's like, that's alien pace right there. But then you look at the championship standings and you're like, well, what has happened to him? To be fair to him, like, he missed a couple of races, so he wasn't there the whole season. The same goes on for Fruitful, so. But it's just like the consistency through the race, that's where you're winning.
Well, Mike is on pole, and that doesn't surprise me. He's impressed since he's joined this team. He's only done 6 races, and yet he's got 80 points. Probably, if he was here for a full season, would have been close to Mac, unfortunately. But yeah, he's on pole by, well, as we 4 tenths of a second. Tom, around here, that is staggering, to say the least. Over such a short lap. Tiki second, Tim Man third. Fake Scouser in 4th, J-Ray 5th, Cornishman 6th, Redmar 7th, Valentine 8th, Spud 9th, Twitch Storms on Dayu 10th, Danny's 11th, and Tebow does his usual thing of not setting a lap in qualifying. He's currently sitting in 12th place, wanting to avoid the carnage. And carnage it shall be. From what I've seen and what I've heard, it is a wet start, but I think it will be intermediate conditions, which should be very exciting, Thomas.
It should.
Oh, there it is.
Look at this.
It looks fantastic. It is due to dry out, but we don't know when. It's Codemasters / EA, so what a wonderful combination that is. So fingers crossed. Should be good. Hopefully none of them, Ricky. Otherwise it won't be a long race. But no, it should be I've not had much rain in EU4, which compared to how some of the races gone, not a horrendous thing to miss out on. And we are pretty much ready to go. Deathstorm has gone with Mike, Timman and Titchy as his top 3. AM3 is this evening, Ricky. It is 9 PM Eastern or 2 AM in the UK if you are going to stay up that long. So we'll quickly have a look at the tyres, but fun enough, they are all on the intermediates. Who would have thought?
So now we're going to see as well the people who because we saw some pace difference through the qualifying session. Can that be because people opted to go for a little bit of like a hybrid setup? So they are like really good when it stops raining but it's still wet on track, or if they all focus on the beginning of the race by going onto a wet setup? We don't know. They will know. So maybe we will see someone from like P9, P8, P10 really
Mike,
quick going up the field as Mike is like
that's
burning off
blank.
his tires 2.0.
It's like watching Blank in his prime.
Oh, I miss him.
I do miss.
No, but like
Blank
you
as
can
well.
really see some switches in positions over the next couple of laps where people opting to go for like a completely different setup for a certain situation in the race. But we can also see just like this standings for like the rest of the race. I don't know, but we will see.
We will see. Oh, I was going to mention, Thomas, also it's a track where the changeable conditions take quite a while to set in. I remember, I think, in fact, you commentated on that race. That me and Lewis were out on the soft tyres for 24 laps or 25 laps, waiting for the intermediates, and it took a long time for it to switch over. So I don't know if the track's going to take a while to dry, even after it stops raining. Should be very, very interesting, but we are about ready to go, hopefully, but there we are. We'll wait for the lights. I hear them. There's 5 lights, we'll hold. Oh, jump starts for 2 people! What a shock, and we're away! For the final time in EU4 this season, and so far the Mercedes of Spud's gone straight on, I believe, at the back. But I think so far so good. Mike's had a great start. Tichy under pressure. The Alpha Tauri of Mantis, I think that was.
The pickup damage, yeah, left hand side without an end plate. So
Whoa,
it's not too bad.
Both the Alpha Tauris really struggling with rear traction. And storms.
So that's Dan already in the mud.
In the mud, Valentine and Red Mask getting very close together. They did very well for the first corner, but after that, as you said, it was the traction zones. You alluded to the people's setup, that was going to be the test, and it has proven. So, the penalty checks, we'll do that for drive-throughs for Spud and J-Ray, so they're going to have to serve those pretty early. But I reckon they'll still be in the race because there will be a safety car, I feel.
You can do that coming from that way.
Oh, I can sense it. Tichy is ahead of Jerry's going to take his drive-through now.
I think Spud picked up his drive-through penalty because of Jay. He just saw like a car in front of him moving and then he went as well, which is like a common thing to do.
I was going to say, how easy is that?
Yeah, it is like really, because you're so focused on the lights and people moving that if you see someone moving, it's just like an instant reaction of letting go of the gear and put your foot on the throttle. Ditchy. This is going to be a safety car, is it?
Cue the safety car.
There we have it.
It's a VSC.
Or is it a virtual?
I'm surprised it's a VSC. Oh, there it is. No, it is a safety car. It's like we knew. Well, Tichy said he would be lucky to survive Brazil, let alone on the drive. So he made it, well, a lap and a bit. So Spud served his drive-through as well, so not actually, fair enough, not a disaster for J-Ray and Spud then in the end.
Mike goes into the pits. Why is that?
I have no idea. Let's have a look. We'll stay on board with him.
No problem.
Fresh intermediates.
Okay.
I mean, unless he feels he has that much of a pace advantage over him. I mean, he pulled out nearly 2 seconds. So unless he feels he has that much of a pace advantage over everyone else, but no DRS, so track position at the moment is kind of key, would be my argument. Well, let's see how it plays out, shall we? We can question him now and then look like idiots later. So let's see if any... So Spud's done the same thing, but Spud was... near the back. Anyway, position changes. That man, Tebow again, Thomas, has... proves us why he doesn't qualify and he sits at the back. Because he's made 7 places already. Not having to work too hard. He's probably the smartest person here. There's a reason why he does tasks. Well, Valentine up 4 places. Red Mask up 5 places in second. One to watch out for, I think, for next season. If he does move up into EU3. Lots of ifs and buts. Has improved massively since the halfway stage of the season. He's got several points finishes now in a row. The first 6 races, he dumped in 3 of them, but after that he's picked up a podium and he's finished in the points every single time. It reminds me of a certain individual in EU1 in terms of tyres. Quite conveniently, they drive for the same constructor this season. Very good on the tyres is Red Mask, just like our Smarto.
Smarto, he made my evening. Only the OGs know what we're talking about. It seems like a common thing that we every time we are commentating, we bring up like things from season 1, 2, or 3. Right?
It's a long time ago.
Things happen. We're like pushing people to watch those streams back. What was it? Was it around
Hungary?
Kota or Hungary?
It was Hungary.
What was with Kota? Oh, that was the
Matrix pulled off some
Matrix and Ricky. Yeah, that was the
Buki strategy and outdid us all. Safety car is in, so Tim Mate is going to back up the back. And well, he's going to have to be careful because when he accelerates, I don't want to see anyone trying to drop it, and it's happened before. But he's going to take inspiration from George yesterday and will go as late as possible, and he's already gone. And Red Mask is kind of under pressure already by the Alpha Tauri and the Ferrari, and they all sneak through. Mike is already through and made a position already, so he's up to 4th place. Oh, and the Ferrari there spinning in the background. And it looks to be, yeah. Overall constructors. Oh, it's not close. McLaren have won it. Oh, the overall. I don't know. What about overall constructors? That's good. Who?
Interesting to see what Mike can, because he somehow decided to put on a new set of intermediates, which dropped him down to P4. What is he going to do next? Does he have amount of pace?
I think he does.
Over everyone else to make the moves and get back into P1. At least it stopped raining. So if these guys continue on for a couple of laps, we can maybe see some people already gambling on trying to go onto a slick tire.
Yeah, the rain has stopped. It's going to be, how long is this transition period going to be? Because there is kind of a dry line, but if you step off of that, it's like an ice rink. You can see it there. It's very shiny, the surface of of the track. Mike is good with his ERS, not as good as Redmaster. Redmaster, that's one of his strengths as well, actually, ERS usage. These top four pulled away gaps of Valentine in P5, and then there's another little train behind him. But yeah, I don't know when the crossover is going to be. It's going to be a tough, I think. Around here it's going to take slightly longer than what it should be. I'll get proven wrong and they'll jump in the pits in like 2 laps time.
That's what me and Lewis had for like the whole season. Every time we said something complete opposite happened. We made ourselves completely unbelievable. How do you say that? And they can't like really cross you, but not in that bad of a way, but just like everything you say is wrong.
You're not really a hypocrite, but...
Bad exit for the Red Bull at the lead. Is Redmaster going to take that position? Is that... Oh, the red light is flashing.
No, but we're going to
rain, of course.
Yeah, we're going to see Mike though make a position possibly on the Alpha Tauri, and there's another safety car because Spud's decided to put it in the ball. Now then, this would be interesting, I think. Will someone now come in onto dry tyres?
You've got nothing to lose. You will score points anyway. Dan has to do it 100%.
Well, the guys don't score points unless they make, I believe, 90% race distance. So we're looking at like 32 for that.
Yeah.
But
at least don't like pin it into the wall. But if you just keep it on track, if you spin, just like stay on the grass or something, do something.
Because the safety car will now stay out for lap, what would be lap 8, and I believe what would be lap 9. So, I mean, it could dry out by that point, by the end of the safety car. I've been in a league race around Singapore, I believe in PSGL, where everyone pitted onto dry tyres. Oh, Titman's picked up 5 seconds. They're all, I'll tell you what, Thomas, they're all in other than Tebow. Now then, let's switch to tyres and we can then see what these guys are going to... Mediums for the Red Bull.
Pretty much everyone out from what I can see.
Mediums, mediums, mediums. Someone else be different. Mediums. Hards for Mantis.
There we have it. It's like...
And softs for Danny. That would be fantastic. Then we have all 3 strategies. Oh, boo.
No, but being on the hards is like an interesting one because I don't think you want to be on the hards when the track is like this, but they can still prove me wrong.
I can see why he's done it because the hard tyre will make it to the end from this point. The medium's not too sure about. They're not as good as what they were last year around here. I could be speaking absolute nonsense because I've done no practice whatsoever because I won't be here this week, which is sad. I can't believe I'm missing Brazil. Absolute shambles. Yes, BK, that's a fantastic spot. Thomas.
Yes.
We got to change the lead. Redmaster's ahead of Tin Man. Did him in the pits.
Yeah.
BK, brilliant spot.
Yeah, it's really good.
We were just sleeping. Because he was behind him. Tin Man's come in again. This is to serve his 5 seconds. And the Mantis stays out. Valentine was another one, I think, stayed ahead of J-Ray in the pits as well. Couple of pit swaps. Who would have thought? So actually, the track looks fairly dry now. So there you go, guys. That are racing later on in the week. You only need about a lap and a bit, and it will change straight away.
Dan on the sorts. He's listened to us. I don't know why.
He's listened to his teammate. Yeah, That's wonderful. You never know. If he's got spare, I don't know how many spare sets people are going to have from qualifying. If he's got a spare set, he might as well use it. Even if he's got a U set, even if he chucks that on at the end of the race, it's still not going to be horrendous. They'll still perform very, very well. There may be a lap difference. So will Mantis sink or swim? I think he's going to be a sinker once the race restarts. And the unknown of, will the mediums make it to Mike's coming in?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I can see an Alfa Romeo flying full my screen.
Right, we'll stay on board with Mike then. What's he going to swap out for? Is it going to be the same tyres? It is. He's done it again, Thomas.
Same tyre.
But he did it with. Yeah, but he did it with the Inters earlier. We thought, why is he doing that? This time it will be a little bit easier to get past everyone because he'll have DRS, but initially it won't be because they'll all be stuck in a train. And he won't have DRS for the first 2 laps after the safety car. So I'm confused. I didn't realise the Ferrari strategists have intruded the Alfa Romeo garage. Again, I may be chosen to eat my words at the end of the race, but that's fine. Is anything done in the championship? Let's have a look. No, is the answer. In fact, it's a very important battle that we haven't really alluded to in the last couple of weeks. Battle for 3rd place in the Drivers' Championship, Thomas. Are you ready?
I am totally ready, but these guys are ready as well for the championship. Maybe we should wait.
Maybe we should wait.
And then, once everyone is settled, we will inform the people.
That's why you are the brains of the business, and I'm just here. So Redmaster will lead them away. Bruce, though, getting slightly in front, needs to be careful. Redmaster will wait and wait and wait, just like Russell did yesterday again, and he will still wait. The line is all the way to the end, and Valentine did get a jump on Bruce, but he's going to have to give that position back because it's before the start finish line. We head down into turn 1. There's contact between the Ferrari and the AlphaTauri, and the Ferrari, I think, is round. He's managed to hold it, and Redmaster's got himself a 1.8 second gap. Incredible.
It's a restart off there.
Oh, Mantis! I think just kept it out the wall. He lives, yeah. I just saw it because he was trying to make a move on Twitch Storms. Oh, Tin Man's hit the back of the Alpine. I'm pretty sure he has. There was some discarded bit of carbon fibre that's gone shooting across the track. And Mike is up to 6th already. As Valentine also will look to go through on Tin Man. Tin Man's definitely got damage on the front left. And Tito's going to go down the inside of Twitch Storms. Oh, Twitch Storms is going to do a Max Verstappen, and he has. He's made contact.
He's in the same car as well.
I saw that coming from a mile away. Oh, it's getting all feisty back here. Oh my god, the Ferrari's going to go down the inside. It's going to not end particularly very well. Somehow there's still 3 cars pointing in the same direction. What is going on? Tin Man throws it down the inside. The Ferrari holds it round the outside through 6. I saw 3 of them go side by side through turn 5, and I was, yeah. I looked away from the screen momentarily. Let's put it that way. But they've all made it through. Lap times are coming down. Is there anyone out there with any damage other than Tim Man? I don't think so. And the DRS is enabled, but there's no one in it other than for 5th place. Apparently there's a Ferrari, Thomas, with some...
Yes, sir.
There's a Ferrari with some rear wing damage. I have intel.
I assume it's there.
Yep, it is down. So that
How
rear
did
end...
I pick that one up?
I
Where
have.
did he crash that he picked that one up?
I have. Whether he's been punted, crashed, who knows, but that rear end of that Ferrari is going to be dancing, getting all loosey-goosey.
Yeah, you can see because Menz is gaining on him while he's on hard, and Dan is on salt, so that says enough really. Here he comes, I think, already.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too far away. Maybe he can do it after the Senna This, yeah, you can just see the understeer for Dan. Where you would think it gives him oversteer, but that's
Hold up.
okay, you can
There's a move, possibly. Tebow is trying to use the DRS by itself, but it's not quick enough to get past Tin Man, who's got that front wing damage as well.
Cornish made a mistake and Storms. No, but he sticks behind him again.
So, interesting little battle this. This is going to affect 6th down really, all in the hunt. All within DRS. Yeah. Danny seems to be struggling out of turn 8 by the looks of things. Sorry, turn 9 even. He's not going to get, he's not going to get DRS this time. I'll tell you what, Manchester's pushing that Ferrari all the way through the corner. He's not burning. Looks to the outside, trying to straighten it up for... Turn through, we're going to see if Tebow's going to be able to make a move for... P6? Nope, not going to happen. They're now all within DRS of each other now. That train, Jay's picked up 3 seconds. Gap Thomas was down below a second, but I think that Mr. Fake Scouser's made a mistake because it's now 1.5 seconds. It was 9/10.
Jay had a minute and a half there, we lost it. The exit. Yeah. Scouser is joining back, although he is low on ERS. In fact, he's got no ERS. And Mike comes in with the fast lap. He is pushing that Alfa Romeo to the absolute limit.
Yeah, 2 consistent laps there from Mike as Twitch Storms is on the back of the Mantis. I think didn't quite. Mantis got a better exit on the hard tyres than Storms, but we're going to have ERS and DRS to burn once again. It's to hold the gap to the inside, but still not quite enough. We'll jump to P4. Get rid of the tyres because we don't need that.
Mike, he is definitely going to make a move. on this long skinny straight. See it coming my way. Jay, not a good exit once again. You can see him already lining up the move. Theoretically activated now. He's gonna go down the inside. Oh, easy boy. Decides to go down the inside. And he gets the short.
Done. Yeah, Jago took a really wide line through the last corner, which was very. See, Mike's taking a lot more line you see people use in time. That McLaren, by the way,
Is quick.
a bullet in a straight. The fact he managed to catch that much ground up just down that little right, so could be back on then. If J-Ray can keep sector 2 together, it's going to be very difficult. You see he's probably running a low downforce setup by the looks of things. That front end doesn't really want to turn anywhere at all.
If he can stay within that 1 second, then I really want to see how much he can move back. Just the exit, final corner where he loses a lot of time. Okay.
Right, so he's gonna have it. So he's 8 tenths. So he's not even had DRS, so he's already a tenth and a half up. Now he's got the DRS open. The McLaren is closing and closing and closing and closing. So it's half a second, Thomas. Oh, no, that's why, because the back end's loose.
Such a shame. This would have been brilliant. Oh, I feel bad for him.
It's at half a second down the straight. That is incredible. Donny picked up 3 seconds, and then Cornish Mantis felt a bit of sympathy, and then picked up the same 3 seconds in exactly the same place. Oh, J-Ray, whoa! That car is not loving the high-speed corner. I reckon also, Thomas, those medium tyres are actually overheating on that car.
Definitely the rear tyres.
Get those burnouts going. Back down to the battle for 6th. Well, it's not really changed that much.
It's a brilliant train though.
This quartet providing us some entertainment. As we see the gaps out front sort of stabilise themselves. Tin Man at the front of this train with that wing damage. He's got any DRS though. We're going to have a look to see behind us. We've got the Alpine looking to hunt us down, and again decent traction. He's going to burn as much as he can. I think Tivo's too smart enough to just sit there and use the DRS at the moment. Tivo not got much DRS either. What's it like being in the middle of a train? Come on, you've probably been there a few times. Do you look forwards or are you looking back at this point?
I've like there used to be a phase in course where we did a lot of practice races, and like everyone from each tier could join in, and I remember being stuck behind Jay Prentice around exactly this track, and it was impossible to get past him. As Thibaut now tries to get past him, he's low on the other end, going to get it stuck. Yes, he can on the outside, but because Jay Prentice was running that low wings, I was like, there was no chance I was being able to get past him on the start finish straight. And then through sector 2, I was almost pushing him through the corners. I just couldn't get past. It's so frustrating. You need to keep it cool. So then I made a stop, and then just purely on race pace, I came back out in front of him. But he was able to defend his place compared to everyone else. He had so much straight line speed. He was just able to stay in front, which is apparently a strat around here. You can see with Jay, as long as you can keep control of the car through this section, you're in for a really good result. He's just struggling too much with the back end, which is causing him to lose time compared to the likes of Mike. If you can keep your car on track and keep it grippy, I think running low downforce is the way to go right now.
I can't wait to hear the number of comments about the Prentice setups on Wednesday. I don't have to deal with it, so for once that's going to be great fun to listen to. And Tin Man is going to try and get back at Tebow, all not quite close enough.
And Tin, weird line there.
Yeah, well he's got the front wing, and I can imagine at this point during the stint he's struggling. The thing is though, he's
goes down the inside.
Bruce is off. Fake Scouts is off. The front three were converging together, and now they've just split up a little bit. We didn't see it. I don't know whether he dropped it by himself. The Mantis fights back though. The Mantis says thank you very much. He will go and seek his next victim, which will be the Red Bull, which is stuck behind the Alpine. There's just over a third of these guys' season left to go. Sounds very strange when you put it that way. And there is a move. Tin Man going to go around the outside of Tebow. He's got the move back. Tebow will set him up though, I think, into turn 4.
No straight speed for Tebow here.
Into the Decina Gallardo. That's right. I heard that enough times at the weekend, so I've been practicing.
Well done, mate. You're well prepared.
Thank you. I'm not
this
just
is
sitting.
The phase where me and Lewis start to look up the names for the corners, around halfway into the race.
It's not like I've got the laptop in front of me, sitting with the Twitch stream open and the Wikipedia page with all the corners' names on it.
No way.
I would do that. So, Tin got back past Tebow, which is interesting. As the Red Bull's got some. J-Ray's into the pitch, so the mediums now, Thomas, are not going to make it. On that logic, and Tebow's going to lose a position to the Mantis. The Mantis coming of age in this race.
Yeah, those hard tyres are living up to the expectations now.
More importantly, he's also come out ahead of J-Ray as the Mantis, and we're expecting the Mantis possibly to go to the end. And J-Ray is... how many seconds behind is he? J-Ray is 4 seconds, so that's going to possibly influence, definitely get involved with Fake Scouser. Mike will probably get away with it. But the Mantis bring himself into this Grand Prix.
Mike is into the pits again.
So he's going to go on a set of, and this would be interesting. Would he go on a set for me? I think it would be mediums. Yeah, he is. He's jumped on his other set of mediums. Oh, Tebow runs wide. That's going to cost him. Mantis is through on Tin Man. The AlphaTauri on the charge. Mike's come out of the pits. And the Mantis is going to go through the Centre S now. And he's just ahead. How important is that for Mike's race? Mantis not quite quick enough. All of a sudden.
Really important. Ooh, but he's on cold tyres. And Mantis is all over the back of him.
Mantis is
feeling.
Feeling.
Down the inside, he is.
Oh, I made a move there once or twice.
Yeah,
no, he's also not Daniel Ricciardo because he's not going to punt someone else round. That was insta karma, by the way. That was fantastic. That happened.
I said to everyone at home watching as well. I said like Magnussen did it on purpose, right? I know he wanted to like get out of the way for people or still behind him. But I think he probably knew that the car was spinning around was behind him.
Mantis ducks to the inside. And he's through, so he takes provisional P2. Sorry, P3.
Things you love to see. And he's in this straight now, and we know how quick that McLaren is.
Bit twitchy though on the exit, but that's still going to be enough. Mike's going to fight back at the Mantis. Both going to burn. Down the inside. We're going to see a switch back underneath. No, so the Mike is ahead again. Now this is this helping or is it now hindering? Because the two out front will probably want this to go on as long as possible.
Oh, Jay! He is doing what Ricciardo did.
Tebow says no! Oh, and Storms has hit the back of Tebow as they come across. Red mask is in. Oh, yeah, there goes the entertainment. I reckon soft tyres. No, another set of mediums. Interesting. Fresh set as well. So where's Mike? This is important. Where is Mike? Mike is back there. Valentine. Where's Valentine? Is he going to get in the way? He could do. He could do. Oh, they're going to come out side by side. Valentine burned to try and stay ahead. Oh, contact between the two. And Red Mask is through. Kept the lead.
Oh, Tebow.
In the pits. Pits. No! You're not going to get your point. Bruce came in. Watch this space. He has got 12 seconds. Good luck, sir.
He's got a very fast McLaren behind him. So I don't rule out Jay making a move on the start finish straight. And that's definitely not what Bruce is hoping for at this stage.
No, he doesn't want to, and it's half a second on the straight, and the gap is, oh look, it's half a second. Shockingly, who would have thought?
Oh my days!
The speed.
Of the McLaren.
Whoa!
Insane.
To the outside. Bruce is going to just run him out of road, but he's going to have to then defend again into turn 4.
Oh, he's going for it.
No!
No!
It's too far back.
No,
It was too far back. I saw it happening. Bruce had to burn every... Oh, he's spun anyway.
Yeah, they both spun.
Oh, I thought they got away with it.
No, he hit Bruce. That's why he spun.
Oh, from the... I was watching J-Ray from the
waiting for
broadcast. Oh, no.
Were you on board with him?
I was on board with Bruce, so he went through.
Oh.
Sorry, I was on board with J-Ray, so he went through. From the broadcast angle I had, it looked like he just tapped it, and J-Ray went round and Bruce went off into the distance, and I didn't realise until I saw the yellow flag.
Yeah, I had the brilliant helicopter view at exactly the right moment, so everyone will... Oh, I just want to say everyone was watching the stream, but they're watching your point of view. Like,
Not yours.
if like people could have seen what I saw, then it was brilliant. Like, not for these two guys because they both spun, it was brilliant to see. It's a shame. It would have been great.
Do you know what that's done? Valentine is going to come out into 4th place.
2.8 seconds, but that's going to be bigger. Oh, it's 13 seconds. Never mind.
But he's going to come out ahead of these two. He wasn't going to.
Fair, yeah.
So he's got 13 seconds. Well, let's see how well these hard tyres do then on Cornish's car. Valentine's on the softs with 9 to go. This could be very interesting. It could be very, very interesting.
Is it enough? I don't think he's got enough laps to do this. And he's got a penalty as well, which helps.
They're both
They're both pretty second.
They're all. I've just had a quick look. All the guys on penalties have got 3 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know.
Two guys made 4 pit stops, Matty. Who are those 2 guys?
Well, I'm going to go with Twitch Storms. And I reckon it'll be a surprising run. I reckon it's going to be Mike, because he had 2.
One is correct, that's Mike.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The other one, no idea.
It's Danny Boy.
Ah, Mr. Geis in P7, lovely.
Yeah, so he made 4 pit stops, but he's still in P7, that's good.
Mike's made 4 pit stops and second.
Yeah, good point.
But Red Mask is pulling the gap on him.
Valentine is gaining a lot of time as well, but I don't think
it's going to be very interesting. I don't think it will be enough. Bruce is kind of keeping himself in the window, which is important. Could we see both these drivers catch up with Mantis towards the end? That'd be exciting.
That would be really good.
I think Bruce would have done it anyway, but with the needed to conserve his ERS a bit better. We saw this last week. Just shows he's not played much of the game. He needs to manage that ERS a little bit better than everyone else. It would be. I'm going to put the commentator's curse on it. I think it would be quite fitting if this gentleman that currently is in first place wins a race. He's we saw him from last season. Wasn't the best of seasons. He was still learning his trade. He's got better the second half of this season and probably deserves a little bit more than a podium. He's got more. Red Master's got more ERS than Mike at the moment. We've got 6 laps to go, Thomas. It's gone relatively quickly, despite the 2 safety cars.
Yeah, once the second safety car came in and we got dry conditions with a nice little sun now out as well, the pace picked up and these guys got rolling. Of course, with 9 people out on track, it's like hard to call a safety car, but everything is possible.
EU4 after. Oh. So
they've provided. Just gaining like 1.5 seconds a lap, so that's definitely not going to be enough.
I'm backing the Ferrari. You don't think it's enough? I will back the Ferrari. I think he could be able to do it. I'm thinking Hamilton versus Gasly. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking of. I reckon it'll be the last lap, and it'll be a slipstream to the line. That's what I'm going to go with.
I'm hoping for a scenario like that. It's going to make the last couple of laps really interesting. Bruce, I don't rule him out as well, because he is just like gaining 10 for 10 for 10 over the lap. And if he can get into that 1 second window and they can both, like you said, call up to Mantis, it's going to be an interesting one.
J-Ray spun. That gap between himself and Dan and Tin Man has come down a bit. Tin Man stuck behind the Ferrari, but I don't think that's going to be for much longer because Dan's on 9-lap-old softs. They're probably a bit past their best at the moment. We're sitting here waiting for something to happen. Something has happened. It's Mike! Mike spun! Yes. Mike spun! I don't know if... Oh, that looked a bit quick. Hopefully that wasn't a reset to track.
No, it wasn't, I think.
That's alright. Mantis then is only not that far behind. All of a sudden. Mike was pushing the lap before to try and get... Bruce. Oh no, Bruce has done it as well. And here comes J-Ray. Oh, late drama. Who would have thought?
And Tin Man now as well. Probably going to make a move on Dan here.
He's been pushing that Ferrari for the last couple of laps. There's 4 laps to go. And Valentine has got it down to under 7 seconds. So he's still just about, he's going to have to pull the rabbit out of the hat a bit. So in terms of the championship, which we didn't get round to, Red Mask is currently on for getting second because of what happened to Tin Man and Mike. Actually, no, I tell you, Mike's just going to edge it out, I think, on points. So at the moment, Tin Man's on 83, Mike's on 80, and Red Mask is on 70. Red Mask will close the gap to Mike. Just going to check to see who got fastest. So Mike's got fastest that. So Red Mask will close the gap to Mike to 4 points. So Mike is going to currently finish third.
Oh, Bruce! I don't want to sound that dramatic, but I feel sorry for the guy. And here goes Tin Man round the outside, does the switchback. Things you love to see.
Oh,
and
filthy.
he made it stick.
I saw the end of it.
Oh my days, that was brilliant.
Pants round ankles. Yeah,
that was good.
It was good. Red Mask and Tin Man, Mike are then going to outdo Tin Man. Tin Man's going to finish 5th in the championship out of all of this, despite starting 3rd before the race started.
We've got...
Oh, no! I don't know if that's enough!
He completed 33 laps.
I'll give him the points anyway. I'm feeling generous.
He's lucky it's the last race of the season. Valentine is stabilizing the gap. Unfortunately, we're not going to see a battle for the last podium place.
We are.
Mantis made a massive mistake.
Well, the only thing I can think of, Thomas, because I've just seen a very dark band on his tyres. Both sides. Puncture question mark? I don't want him to, but it's the front right is looking angry. Oh, you know, he could be quite far away.
Red Mask is going to start the last lap of this race.
Ominous signs for AM3 this evening, where he regularly reserved him. AM3 will be quaking in their boots at what this man can do. Mike had the pace in qualifying, Thomas, but he's not been able to convert it into race performance, and he's made a couple of mistakes, which has kind of been some of the stories of his performances so far this season on a couple of occasions.
He mainly made mistakes early. The right stop all the time. 2 of them were just like going onto the same tire, but just like 2 laps of pressure. That's where I found my question. Because he had the pace. Like, take away the amount of time he lost by having to make his way through the field again. I think he would have been together with Red Mask there. Not a spicy end to this race, but that's where you win a race as well on first you've seen in real life. Red Mask is going to do it again.
Red Mask is going to do it, and I can say this now, for the first time in EU4, Red Mask, you are a race winner. Congratulations. Deserved it, I think. An absolutely stunning drive. Mike is going to complete what has been a good performance so far this season. Shame he wasn't here all the time. He's going to finish 2nd place. Mantis, much needed points for himself and a good result. P3, confidence booster right there. Valentine had a quiet race throughout, mixed it up with some of the guys at the end, finished 4th. J-Ray with his ultra setup, and he just decided to pick up a 3-second penalty by running wide. Tin Man is going to finish 6th and 5th in the EU4 Championship. Thank you for his participation this evening and for the season from the AM side. Mr. Geit is going to spin it across the line for P7. Thomas, well, it's been an up and down season for EU4, but we've always had drama. And it didn't disappoint again. There was some drama, some late drama towards the end. And, another fascinating race, I think.
Yeah, 100%. When I joined and I saw 11 people, I was like, oh no, are we really going to do this? But actually I enjoyed this one, it was really good.
It was really, really good. Red Mask picks up his first win in the EU4. Congratulations to that man. Definitely one to watch for the new season if he stays on. Mike, impressive performance again. Second, adds to his podium and his other win that he's got so far in his short EU4 tenure. Manchester third, Valentine fourth, Jarrow fifth, Tin Man sixth, Dan in seventh. Twitch Storms on debut. He made it to the end, Thomas. That's the important thing.
It's really good. And it's raining again.
And it is raining again. He finished 8th. Bruce finished 9th. He will be classified with his 2 points. Tebow, Spud and Tichy all dumped. Unfortunately, I'm going to head straight off after this. So, Red Mask, I apologise. There's no interviews. I'm sorry. Congratulations. You can shout at me later if you are listening into this. And you had every right to, probably. Thomas, thank you very much for being alongside me. That's the last time we're going to hear from you this season.
Yes, it is. Oh my days, that's a special moment.
That is scary. I'm glad I have the honour and the privilege of, being alongside you for our final time this season. And that concludes EU4. We're done. Season 10. These guys have done 6. We've had 6 seasons of EU4, Thomas. Who would have thought?
It's really good.
Drama all the way as normal. Some of these guys you will see again in a few hours. AM3 is this evening. They have got their finale. It's finale week for everyone. So it should be very exciting at AM3 this evening. 9 PM Eastern, 2 AM in the UK. They also have very interchangeable conditions, so make sure you stay tuned for that and stay up if you are in Europe to watch it. That'd be very much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.